Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Vice, and today we are watching To Be Hero X episode 18. Last episode was incredible. We learned about Little Johnny and Big Johnny's backstory. Little Johnny's father was a healer, but for some reason, despite being able to heal anything and everything, he could not heal his wife. Very interesting there. I do hope we go back to that because I want to know why she wasn't able to be healed. And then we had him leaving the hero industry, moving to a cabin, and then we find out that Ghostblade killed Little Johnny's father, and that Little Johnny thinks it's Vortex, the current Hero X, because he visited the house that day. But it's Ghostblade. Insane reveal. I loved that. I can't wait to go back to the present so we can have that confrontation between the two of them. But right now, I think we're gonna stick to being in the past because we need to know what happened during the fight between Vortex and Big Johnny. I am so excited to keep watching, so without further ado, let's get into it. Yeah, and Ghostblade is watching. Is he gonna interfere? Yeah, I'm really curious what else Big Johnny can do too, besides just become big. You didn't get him, dude. Absolutely not. Wow. Look at that hand. Massive. Oh. Oh no. Ooh. Oh my god. This might be too tough for him, for Vortex. Ooh. No, it just turned into like the little cat version. 100%, right? Oh no. But he heard you, so he's gonna keep fighting. Ungrateful little animal. What are your powers, and why aren't they working? Because the alien tech, you couldn't use trust or fear. Is it the same thing for Big Johnny? It doesn't affect him directly. Oh my god. You're dead. Big Johnny is killing you. Wow. But isn't it gonna recognize the kids? No, only Johnny. He is so brave. This is terrifying. Yeah, repeating Dad's words. Aww. Don't do anything unnecessary. So Ghostblade didn't intervene. Monster was subdued by child, a 9-year-old boy. And they recorded it. Alright, Vortex isn't dead, but he's heavily injured. Yeah, so everybody trusts him because he subdued the monster. Oh my god. And then they just swarm the poor kid. Excuse you. Don't call him that. Why are you so angry?
私はトップヒーローだぞ。
That doesn't mean anything.
引退した二流相手に自分の手を汚す必要があるとでも。
I mean, I don't suspect you, but
一人じゃランキング2位のディビジョンには勝てない。
消え失せろ。ガキに何がわかる。
wow.
私の前から消えろ。
次はトーナメント戦のリング。
Wow. Next time I'll be asking for your answer on the ranking tournament stage. Wow. Oh, I love that mask. 17 years later. Oh my god. They're in a video game, so you just play as your dad and defeat Hero X all the time.
本気でトップヒーローを目指す気はあるのか。
Who are you?
まったく気だらくすぎるぞ。ランキングも下がる一方だろ
ランキング
I actually still have a ranking.
う。じゃあ代表が君にどれだけ資金をつぎ込んでいるか。
分かってるって。事務所の方針には精一杯協力してるでしょ。
そんな言い方をするな。事務所は君たちを最適な方法でプロデュースしているんだ。
俺たちは可愛いマスコットってこと。何年もバトルらしいバトルはしてない。15位あたりをうろうろしたことがある
Rank
だけ。
15.
大抵は番組やイベントで。
Yeah.
CM や
You're more
宣伝で
promotional guy.
ファンミで
You sell well.
ってだけ。まさかこんな形でみんなに笑顔や希望を届けるなんて。
You're not wearing a smile now.
そんなに嫌ならなぜじゃあ代表のオファーを2つ返事で受けた。
ヒーローになるって決意は航空事故で消え去ったよ。
今日午前9時26分、満員の乗客を乗せた大型旅客機が墜
What?
落。
What's your connection to the
こ
plane?
の事故で死亡しました。
Hero Vortex perished in the accident. Vortex was on the plane?
求めていた答えも残骸と一緒に葬られた。
No, it wasn't because it wasn't him.
ようやくお待ちかねの
Wow.
任務だぞ。
You know, I wonder if I go back to the Lucky Shion episodes, if I look at the people in the plane, will I see Vortex? Because that'll be amazing if so. I'll even edit it in and put it here if he's there, if I found him. I might have overlooked him if nothing is here, but wow, what a tie-in. What a great tie-in. Do we think that Vortex being on that plane is the reason everyone let it crash? Oh, what was going on? Such a good show.
マイティグローリーの黙殺だ。
You'll be joining Ghostblade.
護衛任務。
恐怖粒子は一部漏れ出したも広範囲に蔓延することは避けられました。そして今回意外な発見もありました。恐怖粒子を完全
Right,
に
the
抑え
material
込む
that
物質
can
があったのです
suppress fear
これは
and
墜
trust.
落した宇宙船から何年も前に採取し当時研究の対象は宇宙船で見落としていたのです。この物質は世界のエネルギーの法則を無効化できます。恐怖粒子や信頼値まで
信頼値がもたらす能力も無効化するのです。
直ちに宇宙船の残骸を極秘に調査する許可をください。
ずいぶん鼻がいいですね。
あんな騒ぎが起きて気にするなという方が無理だ。
Lucky
電話したのは
Shion's
探りを入れる
agency.
ためではない。情報を提供したくてね。
わかりました。
No, what was the information he shared?
こんにちは。リトルジョニーです。有名な黙殺さんと
Oh, this is
ご一緒できて嬉しいです。
Big Johnny knows.
落ち着けよ。緊張すんなって。
Big Johnny knows.
ダーちゃん。
He knows it was Ghostblade that killed him.
フォームの事務処理念自由
奔放
にぴったりだな。
すみません。この前は初対面で暴れちゃって、普段はああじゃないんです。紹介します。俺の息子、ダーちゃん。無視されてる。やっぱ嫌われたか。興味がありそうな
I
話題
love
で
seeing
き
it
っかけを
from
つかむ
his
ぞ。
perspective.
白煙家が好きなんですか？でもこいつがよく食べようとするんで、お仕置きしたっけ？やっばい。
Nothing.
アプローチをミスった。
You're not gonna get anywhere with Ghostblade.
話題を変えるしかないな。あ、会話が無理なら後でフォーモでやり取りしましょうよ。なんで反応ないんだ。ロクさんの教えてくれた手がことごとく通用し
Aw,
ない。
you're trying out chatting tips. He can't speak though. No, do not see him as your Suedo father right now. I know it's probably just a memory of you also being in the car with your father, but
あの時も父さんと今みたいに車に乗って昔のことを思い出すなんて久しぶりだな。なんでか黙殺さんに会うたびに
every time I see you, Ghostblade, you remind me of the past. Oh my god, did he say that in that episode too? The double meanings.
そうだったのか。ありがとう黙殺さん。窓を
He's hiding his tears.
過去なんて風に流せって意味ですね。ボルテックスが死んで生きる目的を失ってた。でもしがらみから解放されて前を向く時が来たんだ。父さん、もしまだ生きてたら俺にどんな人生を送ってどんな人になってほしい？
Yeah, this is why he was crying. It wasn't because of the song. No.
モクサスさん、答えをくれてありがとう。
Oh my god.
モクサスさんくらいの年でもラッキーシアンを聴くんですね。この曲を好きな人は切ない愛のエピソードを持ってる。
Yeah, he has
聞かせ
one.
てください。
ルオトン教授が大発見をしたとか。電話したのは探りを入れるため。
Alright, what did you give her?
逆だ。
What's the news?
情報を提供したくてね。連合18当時マイティグローリーは調査のため宇宙船が墜落した場所にアーションを
Also, he
だが
was
調査
sent
結果は
there.
連合会には報告されていない。
Never reported his
アー
findings.
ションが何を発見して何を持ち帰ったか知り得る者はただ一人。
His kid.
今連合会に情報提供イエンモーが疑うので
リトルジョニーは4も所属。イエンモーが不審に思ってもせいぜいアージャーに当たるだけだ。
彼らの溝を深めて漁夫の利を狙うとここで優雅にコーヒーを飲んでいら
Yeah,
れる
but what's the true game here?
忘れるな。我々が送り込む特別ゲストの存在をな。恐怖粒子を増幅させる研究に目処が立ったのも君のおかげだ。
Our thanks to
リュウジェ
you.
ン記者。
研究員たちの成果だ恐怖粒子の必要性を証明してくれた信頼値よりも安定し制御もしやすい
More controllable than trust? I don't think so.
他にも進めている者がいる。
というと
名高いヒーローは乱世よりうまい。プレイヤーが増えるのは悪い話ではない。
And that's why he sent them. And what are you doing? In the tube there that Mr. Shand had up, why did I think that was Isol? Not the new Isol that Mr. Rock has, but the old Isol. Because, one, we have never seen Isol's face, but we have seen his body, and he does not have an arm, and he has a lot of scars. Did this man have a lot of scars? I have to go back and check. I don't think so. It doesn't have a lot of scars. Maybe they're just random men that he's choosing? I don't know. Man, I really thought we had a connection there.
息子のダーちゃんだよ。普段はポワーンとしてるけど暴れ出したら止まらない。
ごめんなさい。確かめもせず。確かめたって。私の信号がロックしたんだよ。あのクソ野郎を。
任務についてちゃんと説明していなかったせいだ。
She has a good reason to hate him.
あいつは覗き魔、ストーカー、スケベ野郎よ。ずっとノノさんに付きまとってるけど、何年も前だ
Yeah,
よね。
actually, for years he has.
そんな人の気持ちがわか
Oh
る
my
モクサ
god,
スさんが
poor little
そんなことす
Johnny.
るもんか。人を好きになっても能力が邪魔して言葉で伝えられないんだ。だから行動に出る。だったら俺が
You're kind of
あ
right,
なたの愛を
actually.
伝えてあげますよ。モクサスさん。
Allow me to express your love? This is not gonna work out. Best of intentions, but
まずはロリに
no, guys,
注意
no.
しておく。
まさかモクサツがノノさんをつけてた変態だなんて。
モクサスさん、モクサスさん認めちゃダメだ。
I love seeing it from little Johnny's perspective.
モクサスさん、それじゃ誤解を全部認めるようなもんだよ。
It is a misunderstanding, but the stalking is true.
人がどうし
それでか。さっき愛のエピソードを語り合ってた時、目がうるうる
He's
してた。
trying so hard to help.
うるうるしながらラッキーシアンのマイカラーをかけてた。もしかしてこっそりノノさんの好みをチェックしてたりして。
そうね、すごく怪しい。他に何か心当たりはない？
これならみんなもノノさんへの一途さに気づくぞ。
Nope, you did not help.
語ってた。
それノノさんの好きな花よ。
言い返した。ロリン、モクサスさんの苦しい
No,
胸の内が分かってきたよね。そのシート。
Miscommunication.
ことでノノさんの生活にどっぷり入り込んだ気になってんのよ。
待てよ、その解釈だと変態のままだ。
もういい。
すみません、モクサスさん。
Aw,
コンビで。
he really tried.
じゃサポートできない。
今回の調査は大混乱になると分かって自分は高みの見物を決め込んでいるのか
ビジネスマンとしてうまい汁を吸える絶好のチャンスは逃せないさ。
ミージーさん
Queen.
何のご用です？
どうしたんだ
さあさあ入りたまえ。コーヒーでもどうだ。ああそうか。すまない。
Yeah, the vacation. He sends her and Lucky Shion to the same area, basically.
だからバカンスでもどうかと話していたんだ。
バカンス。
He's going against him.
宇宙船が墜落した遺跡の近くだ。これ
Yeah, he's sending
お父さん次第
sending
だが
Queen.
そんなんじゃないよ。俺だっていろいろあったんだ。
And he's not affected by it because he's not affected by fear. And that's why little Johnny's not here. He went after Big Johnny. Are you gonna witness Ghostblade taking down DJ Shindig and realize it's the same, like, slashes that you saw in the battle by your house?
そこで何してる？早く手伝って。父さん、どこなの？家に帰りたい。父さん。
Yeah, he's gonna recognize the marks and he's gonna know it's Ghostblade.
ダメだ。父さん。
Not
父さん、待ってて。
Not Vortex. It was always Ghostblade. Yeah. And that was To Be Hero X episode 18. Another great episode. I loved seeing little bits and pieces of the other episodes from little Johnny's perspective and his inner dialogue. I love that. I love it when they do that. I'm so glad they did it again. I just knew at the end here, when he ran into the woods after Big Johnny, he was gonna realize it's the same marks. The same slashed marks that are left behind from the attack on his father were going to be in the woods because Ghostblade was defending everyone against DJ Shindig. So of course he's going to recognize those slashes, but obviously he's under the influence of fear, so he is still a bit confusing reality with memory, but it's gonna click. And also, this also kind of confirms that Big Johnny is very much emotionally tuned into Little Johnny. It's Little Johnny's emotions that trigger Big Johnny into becoming the big monster creature. Like, I kind of had a feeling when the dad died and Little Johnny was crying and upset, but I also thought maybe Big Johnny was also upset because this is someone he was close to. This is someone who took him home. And so I thought maybe it was Big Johnny's own emotion that turned him into that massive creature. But now I think this pretty much confirms that it's actually Little Johnny. His emotions are tied to Big Johnny somehow. Like, Big Johnny picks up on that and uses it, plays into it somehow. It influences him. That's what it is. It influences him. Yeah, I think I cracked it because I was thinking in Queen's episode, when Queen talked to Little Johnny and Big Johnny, I don't know, it seemed like her demeanor and stuff changed, and it seems like she was very easily influenced to go up to Little Johnny's room and spend time with him, whereas I don't think she normally would have done that. So maybe that is Little Johnny's power. He's easily able to influence others, and Big Johnny just reacts more to it because he is a different creature. He's an alien, so it just comes out in a different way. I think that's it. The whole background story of the agencies and the commission and how they are like, they're corrupt businessmen. That's what they are. And Uncle Mickey, he really played everything to his advantage here. The alien wreckage, I feel like I don't quite know what he wants. I don't quite know what his end game is, but he wants something out of it because why else would he send Queen and Lucky Xion there? It doesn't make sense. So he's playing the long game. He's doing something in the background here. I just can't quite figure out what. And then that reminds me, Lucky Xion, the plane crash. Vortex was on that plane. And everybody wanted to know, like, hey, why didn't the heroes help out? Why did the heroes abandon these people? Why did the heroes let these people die? I think it's because of Vortex. Vortex was on that plane and somebody wanted him dead. Somebody high up in the commission wanted Vortex dead for something he did or something he knew. And so the plane crashed and everyone died except Lucky Xion. So now, what I'm gonna do, I said this during the episode too, but I'm gonna go back to Lucky Xion's episodes and I'm gonna look when her parents are on the plane and Lou's parents are singing to her. I'm gonna look and see, can I find Vortex? Can I find him? Okay, so I just quickly went back and rewatched the plane scene episode. Unfortunately, I did not see Vortex in any of those snippets or scenes. Sad, because that would have been probably like the coolest thing ever if Vortex was actually in that scene. If his character was just like in the back row or something and we all just didn't know because it's just a guy with white hair. But sadly he wasn't there. Unless I missed it somehow, but I'm kind of doubting that. But that's so cool that we're bringing back the plane crash and why it crashed to begin with. And I think it is because of Vortex. And then for little Johnny, it was like his world ended because he wanted answers for what happened to his father, and he really believed Vortex had those answers. He really believed that Vortex had something to do with his father's death. This entire episode where he's been bonding with Ghostblade, and we're seeing it from his perspective, and he's looking at Ghostblade and thinking about his father, and even that those words that he said, he was like, whenever I look at you, I'm reminded of the past. And it's like, yeah, and you will be once you realize why. Because, oh my god, Ghostblade killed your dad. I really thought he was going to put it together at the end of this episode here, but it seems like no, he's just kind of having a mental breakdown because he is remembering what happened to his dad, and he is also being surrounded by evidence of the same attack. And also surrounded by fear. So of course he's going to lose control of his emotions, which influences Big Johnny to become Big Johnny. What an incredible episode though. Man, it just sucks because I could actually see him having a really good relationship with Ghostblade. I really could. So it just kind of sucks that it's never gonna happen now. Never. The reporter, Queen's father, I wonder how he feels knowing that he has probably been manipulated in the same vein that they have been manipulating everyone else. How does it feel to know that you and your family are not exempt from Uncle Mickey's games? Like, you're not safe from him. He will use your daughter. He will use you. How does it feel? Because he seemed horrified when he realized what Mickey was up to. The reporter, he seemed absolutely horrified. And Mickey even was like, oh, with your dad's permission, of course. Like, bringing him into the fold, so he would have to say yes. Like, even though he knows he should say no, he said yes, obviously, because Queen and Lucky Xion are on their way. They're in the desert the last time we saw them. So this is just like, honestly, going in a direction I never expected with characters I never expected, because it feels like this show has changed. Like, the structure has changed. We're still doing the focusing on different characters, and like every couple of episodes they're all having like their own little mini arc, but now they are so intertwined and interconnected, but also with the actual plot of the universe, the entire show itself, that it's all very cohesive in a way that it wasn't quite before when we had Nice and Moon's arc. That seems like a one and done. Like, nothing is really connecting back to that right now. And then Isol's arc, which connected to Nice and Moon because the new Isol definitely killed Moon. But other than that, like, it hasn't connected to any other stories. Like, sure, we went from the new Isol to Lucky Xion, but those characters never connected in any meaningful way. But Lucky Xion did connect with Queen in a meaningful way. And then Little Johnny. And then when we brought in Lolly and then Ghostblade and now Little Johnny, and that connects them. And it's like, you know, we're all coming together now. And it's just interesting that it seems like Isol, the new Isol, and Nice and Moon are so separated from that. From this story that we're telling right now. And we don't have that many episodes left. We have 6 episodes left. How are we going to wrap up this season? I honestly don't know. I think we have enough time to wrap up this storyline, but are we ever going to go back to Isol and Nice and Moon? Are we ever going to go back to that? Because I feel like we're not, but I feel like we should, you know? Anyway, let me know in the comments down below what you thought about this episode. If you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like and subscribe, and check out my other series here on the channel. And with that, thank you for watching. Until next time, bye!